One of the reasons why so many people have difficulty learning guitar is because their third and little finger are not actually strong enough to play guitar, especially if you have smaller hands. Every competent guitar player has 4 fingers that they can move in different directions and completely independently of each other. And their third finger would be equally as strong as the first and second. Most of you starting out will have no problem. You can put your first finger anywhere you want to put it in your second finger, but when you're trying to do maybe a D, you'll find the third finger is just constantly late on the D chord coming down, or when you're trying to change to G, it's just always late and you can't get to C because it's late. It's just weaker than the others. If you've been doing the spider exercise, you will see where you possibly had to actually use your other fingers to help it to move for the first couple of days. Here's an exercise specifically designed to strengthen your third finger. We will have our thumb low and centered again behind the guitar neck, and holding that position, can you place your first fingertip on the third string in the corner of the fret? Can you now place your second fingertip on the third string in the corner of the second fret? And can you place your third fingertip in the middle of the third fret, again third string, and your little finger somewhere in the middle of the fourth fret, again on the third string? So the thumb holds its position. Do not let the knuckle rise or let it fall to the left. It must stay in position. This exercise is specifically to strengthen your third finger, to make it strong enough to play guitar. So here's your starting point. From here, you try to move your third fingertip on its own up one string. It should be easy enough if you've been doing the spider exercise. If not, you can certainly use this hand to move it. But you must not move the other 3. We want to make this strong and independent of all the others. From here, can you move your third fingertip up one string again? And from here, can you move it to the top string on its own? Then down one string. Down one more. Now you're back to where we started. This is where it starts getting difficult. You now have to come underneath one string. I'm making it look easy here, but you'll see that it's very difficult to do. And you may have to bring in your other hand to help it at this stage. And then you take it down to the first string. Again, I'm making it look easy, but you're going to find it's very difficult to do because this finger is not strong enough to play guitar yet. Back up one and back to where it started. I'll just do the full exercise at speed. This is where you're looking to be in about 4 weeks' time. You can see this finger is clearly equally as strong as the others. If you cramp at this stage, you can take your hand off, rest it for a minute before doing it again. Same with the spider exercise. I'm just back in the starting position here. Some of you may have that issue with your little finger also. And many of you won't have this issue. So if you want, you can try the same exercise with your little finger on its own. And if you think you need it, you can practice it. But if you think you don't need it, that's okay too. But I have never met one student in over 3 decades who did not need to strengthen their third finger more, simply because you don't use it in everyday life. When you're texting, you don't use your third or little finger to text. You're always using your thumb and first and second finger. When you're writing with a biro, when you're turning the key in a door, you just don't. These are passengers. You may use them for typing or playing a piano, but you're only touching keys. That's all. Guitar, you've got to get your hand around the neck and press very hard to get the sound. And these 2 fingers need to be strengthened. And the quicker you have 3 or 4 fingers all strengthened, the quicker you'll be able to do what I'm doing here, which is to be able to move all fingers completely independently of each other in all directions.